Hello friends, in previous lecture we discussed the asymmetric hydrogenation and asymmetric Sharpless epoxidation. Today we will start the remaining part of asymmetric synthesis. This is a lecture number 5th. Definition of stereospecific reaction. A reaction in which stereochemistry of the reactant determines the stereochemistry of the product is called stereospecific reaction. In another word, the reaction in which only a specific isomer reacts in a such a way that its configuration influences the configuration of the product. This is about the stereospecific reaction. That means the stereochemistry of the reactant determine the stereochemistry of the product is called stereospecific reaction. Then stereoselective reaction. A reaction in which one specific isomer is formed to a greater extent than any other is called stereoselective reaction. Then asymmetric synthesis. A synthesis in which stereoisomer of chiral molecule are formed in unequal quantities is called as asymmetric synthesis. Now then we discuss one by one. First, stereospecific reaction. That means the stereochemistry of the starting material determine the stereochemistry of the product. And the stereospecific reactions are of two types. Number one, enantiospecific reaction. Number two, distereospecific reaction. First, enantiospecific reaction. The enantiospecific reactions, that means the one enantiomer of the product is formed predominantly. And the best example is the SN2 reaction. Here is an example of SN2 reaction. Here the starting reactant having the S configuration, and here SN2 reaction, and we know the SN2 reaction, it is the inversion of configuration. Here nucleophile attack from the back side opposite to good leaving group. Here ACO minus, that means acetate anion, it attack on this opposite to good leaving group. Here the good leaving group is front side, therefore attack of nucleophile from the back side. Here S changes to R. And in second example, the starting material, that means reactant having the R configuration, then addition of this acetate anion, we get the S, that means R changes to here S. That means SN2 reaction is a enantiospecific reaction because here one enantiomer of the product is formed predominantly. Next, distereospecific reaction. In distereospecific reaction, one distereomer of the product is formed predominantly. And the best example is E2 reaction. Here we get the Z as the major product here, or we get the only one distereomer is formed predominantly. Why we get here Z? Because here the hydrogen and bromine both are on same side, therefore we get the Z. That means we know the E2 reaction or the mechanism of the E2 reaction. Here NaOH, that means this base or the, it will abstract this proton hydrogen, then departure of this here minus HBr or removal of this bromine, and here we get the Z. In next case, here we get the E as a major. Why we get the E as a major? Because here this hydrogen is backside and bromine are front side. That means they are anti to each other. Therefore, we get the trans as a major product. Then stereoselective reactions. The stereoselective reactions in which preferentially gives one several convincible stereoisomers as the major product and other is the minor stereoisomer. And the best example is the E1 reaction. Here H2SO4, here OH, it will be converted into the H2O plus, that means good leaving group, and H2SO4 is a good dehydrating agent. Now then removal of this water molecule, here we get the carbocation, and then minus H plus, we get the olefin, that means this double bond. Here, the two different stereoisomer of the starting material lead to the same stereochemical outcome in terms of the product. Another example here, this is beta lactam. Here LDA, it is a strong base, it will abstract this more acidic proton, and here we get the lithium enolate. Now this lithium enolate, it is a trigonal planar. Here the phenyl group is in the plane of this lithium enolate, while the isopropyl groups are out of the plane. Therefore addition of this incoming electrophile is opposite to this isopropyl groups. Therefore the methyl group is in front while the isopropyl groups are out of the plane. That means this is a major, and minor. In minor product, the methyl group is become backside. Okay. Now then, stereoselective reactions are of two types. Number one, di-stereoselective reactions. Number two, enantioselective reactions. In di-stereoselective reactions, a stereoselective reaction that preferentially gives one of the several conventional diastereomer as the major product. That means here is phenyl lithium. This phenyl lithium is attack on this carbonyl, and here we get the here simple this nucleophile attack on here ketone, and here we get the one major and other is minor. That means formations of the one diastereomer as the major product in diastereoselective reaction. Here actual mechanism, this compound draw in chair conformations, and this suppose this lithium aluminum hydride, and this lithium aluminum hydride here the one is major and other is minor. Here lithium aluminum hydride is a small reducing agent, therefore it attack from axial direction and put the hydroxyl group is at the equatorial position, therefore we get the major and minor. And here L selectride, here the large group, therefore or bulky group, it attack from equatorial direction and put the hydroxyl group is at the axial position. That means here this is major and this is minor. That means in previous slide, here the lithium aluminum hydride, it attack from the lithium aluminum hydride, it is small reducing agent. We have to remember that the small reducing agent is always attack from axial direction and put the hydroxyl group is at the equatorial position. And here this is L selectride is a large reducing agent. It attack from the large or the bulkness, therefore it attack from equatorial direction, and this is the structure of this L selectride. It is the bulky groups, therefore it attack from this equatorial direction and put the hydroxyl group is at the axial position. Now then, enantioselective reaction. In enantioselective reactions, that preferentially gives one of the several conventional enantiomer as the major product. That means in enantioselective reactions that preferentially gives one of the several conventional enantiomer as the major product. That means here okay, next point, enantioselective reactions. Stereoselective reactions that preferentially gives one of the several conventional enantiomer as the major product. Here this ketone, it having the trigonal planar, therefore this Grignard reagent is attacked from the front side and from back side. Therefore we get the two different transition state first and transition state second. In transition state first we get the product having the configuration is S, while the remaining having the configuration is R. And here the transition state for RE phase attack, and here transition state for the SI phase attack. If one of the reagent in the rate determining step is made chiral, then the transition states are no longer enantiomeric in nature. They will have the distereomeric relationships. Here, this will be attacked. That means this is hydroborations, nothing but the here the addition of hydrogen is at the more substituted side, while the boron is joined to the less substituted sides, and here attack from front and attack from this back side. Now then we get the two different product. Now then NaOH NH2O, we get this is major, having the configuration is RR enantiomer, and next NaOH NH2O2, here we get the minor, that means SS enantiomer. That means attack from front it is major and having configuration is RR enantiomer, while the attack from back it having the minor and SS enantiomers. The prediction of distereo selectivity: when new chiral center is created in the molecule that already incorporates one or more chiral center, two distereomer are generated in unequal amount due to influence of the existing chiral center. Such a reaction is said to proceed in a distereoselective fashion, and these hypothetical models have been proposed to predict the distereoselectivity according to Kram's model and Filkin-Unn model. Okay, for next video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you.